Hello. Hello everyone, welcome to Hitbullseye. My name is Manish and I am back with your weekly dose of current affairs. So if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so and hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications of these videos every time we post them. इस वीडियो में हम देखेंगे कि 4th week of June 2022 में क्या important हुआ है, and this week was full of events. There were a lot of persons who were in news because the Cabinet Committee of Appointments had its meeting, and in that so many important appointments were announced, be it the new CEO of Niti Aayog or the new Chief of Intelligence Bureau, new Chief of Research and Analysis Wing. So many new positions were announced and so many different activities happened across different subjects. So we will have a look at all of these in this video. So stay tuned. Starting with the first news, that is Mongolia's Khozgul Lake has been added to UNESCO program. So it has been added to the UNESCO list. We will see which particular list that is, और उस list में क्या इंडिया के भी कोई important ecological sites हैं या नहीं. Then Assam has become the recent state to implement One Nation One Ration Card, a very ambitious program of the government of India, especially in the aftermath of COVID-19. One Nation One Ration Card. तो देखेंगे कि इसे असम में implement कर दिया गया है. So what are the implications of Assam implementing it? Renewable energy installations 2021 at the global level. We will have a look कि renewable energy installations में इंडिया का कौन सा रैंक है और कितनी renewable energy install की इंडिया ने पिछले पूरे एक साल में. Then persons in news, Rumali Dhar, who is a woman cricketer from India, do not get much recognition, but they have started to get some. So Rumali Dhar has announced retirement from international cricket. We will have a look at her career. Next year, the G20 Summit is going to take place in India. So Jammu and Kashmir has been chosen where the meetings of G20 will take place, perhaps to send a message. Next, Viva Tech 2020 conference is, has taken place in Europe, and India has been adjudged as the country with the best startups. So we will see what are the implications of that. Next is Global Ookla Speed Test Global Index. So in internet connectivity, what are the speeds of mobile data and fixed broadband, and what is India's rank in internet speeds? That we will see in this particular rank. 14th BRICS Summit has taken place recently. We will see who hosted it and in which format it took place, along with a brief overview of this grouping. Dinkar Gupta, SS Mundra, people who have been appointed on specifically important positions. We will take a look at that. Parmeshwaran Ayer, again, people on important positions. Parmeshwaran Ayer, Tapan Kumar Deka and Samanth Kumar Goel, important positions. Then Kempegowda International Award has been given to 3 prominent personalities. We will see which personalities and why is it given. Next, Ambubachi Mela, a very famous festival of Assam. Next, in international relations, Togo and Gabon have become members of the Commonwealth group of nations. We will see where these countries are, why they have become the members of the Commonwealth. In economy, Akash Ambani is the new chairman of Jio. So the son of Mukesh Ambani, Akash Ambani is the new CEO of the Jio. Zomato has acquired Blinkit, and finally National Statistics Day was observed on 29th of June. So let's take a look at all these news comprehensively one by one. सबसे पहले शुरू करते हैं मंगोलियाज खज़गुल लेक इन द यूनेस्को लिस्ट. तो यूनेस्को की कौन सी वो लिस्ट है जिसमें ये लेक ऐड की गई है? इट हैज़ बिन एडेड to the World Network of Biosphere Reserves. World Network of Biosphere Reserves, and as you can see, this is the actual image of the lake. So it has been added to the World Network of Biosphere Reserves, and the list is maintained by United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. It is a specialized agency of UN and it has its headquarters in Paris, which is the capital of France. Right, so UNESCO maintains a lot of lists and they are very important, like UNESCO World Heritage Sites, UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity and Man and Biosphere Program. So World Network of Biosphere Reserves. और इसमें हालांकि ये एक recent inclusion है Kavsgul Lake of Mongolia, but from India there are 11 biosphere reserves which are already a part of this list. For example, the Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve, the Nokrek Biosphere Reserve, Achanak Mar Amarkantak, right? There are so many biosphere reserves of India which are a part of it. So Nanda Devi, Nokrek, then you have Achanak Mar Amarkantak. Yes, then you have Sundarbans. Yes, Sundarbans of West Bengal, which I was forgetting. Sundarbans of West Bengal. So in total 11 biosphere reserves which are a part of this list. तो अब इसमें ये एक recent जो है वो add हुआ है, and it is under the Man and Biosphere Program, MAB. It's under the Man and Biosphere Program और ये 34th session में मंगोलिया का ये जो लेक है इसको include किया गया है, and it is taking place in Paris, France, which is of course the headquarters of UNESCO. So ये जो लेक है, it holds nearly 70% of Mongolia's fresh water. So it is absolutely critical for the survival of people in Mongolia. That is why it has been included in the list. Next, Assam implements One Nation, One Ration card. Everybody remembers when COVID-19 hit us, there was a lot of migratory, exodus from various parts. So migrant labor was, walking for hundreds of kilometers to go to their home states so that at least they can get food security. उस टाइम पे माइग्रेंट्स का इतने बड़ी क्वांटिटी में मूव करना ये शो करता था दैट दे वर एक्चुअली लुकिंग फॉर एटलीस्ट फूड सिक्योरिटी, क्योंकि जो राशन कार्ड्स हैं वो स्टेट स्पेसिफिक होते हैं. सो दे वर लाइक कि हम अगर अपनी होम स्टेट में जाएंगे, वी हैव राशन कार्ड्स, एटलीस्ट वी विल गेट फूड सिक्योरिटी देयर. एंड टू सॉल्व दैट प्रॉब्लम द गवर्नमेंट केम अप विद वन नेशन वन राशन कार्ड. नाउ वन नेशन वन राशन कार्ड, as the name itself suggests, is a scheme in which no matter where you are living in India, you will be able to get your ration. You will be able to get your grocery that the government is providing you. Okay, so that is what it is. And Assam has become the 36th state. Now you would be thinking कि India में total 28 states हैं, so how is Assam the 36th state? 36th entity you can say among all the states and UTs, and that means it has completed the circle because there are 28 states in India and 8 UTs. So in total there are 36 units and it has become the final state or UT to implement the One Nation One Ration card. और इसमें बेसिकली होता क्या है, आधार सीडिंग की जाती है. आधार सीडिंग का मतलब है दैट योर राशन कार्ड इज लिंक्ड विद योर आधार नंबर सो दैट देयर इज नो डबलिंग. ऐसा ना हो कि अगर मेरे पास राशन कार्ड हरियाणा का है तो मैं हरियाणा से भी राशन ले लूँ और कहीं और जाकर किसी और स्टेट में भी ले लूँ. सो राशन कार्ड इज पंच्ड, बायोमेट्रिक इज पंच्ड एंड ओनली देन द एंटाइटलमेंट इज गिवन. तो आधार सीडिंग इसमें कर दी गई है एंड इट इज़ बेसिकली टू एंश्योर दैट अ पर्सन नो मैटर वेयर इज लिविंग इन द एंटायर इंडिया कैन गेट हिज और हर राशन एंटाइटलमेंट्स. So it's a really progressive scheme and it will stop any kind of migrant exodus during such times of crisis. Although logistically it's a pain, but it has made lives of millions of people easier. Next, Renewable Energy Installations 2021. तो एक रैंकिंग इशू की गई है कि 2021 में रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी सबसे ज़्यादा कहाँ पे जो है वो देखी गई है. So India has been ranked third for the total renewable power capacity addition, जिसमें 15.4 गीगावाट्स एडिशन जो है इंडिया ने की है. 15.4 गीगावाट्स. चाइना ने की है 136 गीगावाट्स. इंडिया की टोटल कैपेसिटी जो है वो 180-185 गीगावाट्स के आसपास है और चाइना ने 136 गीगावाट एक साल में ऐड किया है. चाइना ने 43 गीगावाट्स ऐड किया है. सो इंडिया इज एट अ डिस्टेंट थर्ड पोजीशन बट स्टिल डूइंग वेल. Right, so this is what has been said in the report, the Global Renewable Status Report GSR 2022. Right, although इस रिपोर्ट में काफ़ी क्रिटिसिज्म किया गया कि जिस स्पीड से रिन्यूएबल्स को बढ़ाया जा सकता था कोविड-19 में उस स्पीड से नहीं बढ़ाया गया. सो इट्स एन अपॉर्चुनिटी लॉस्ट और थिंग्स लाइक दैट. बट इंडिया इज वेल ऑन इट्स कोर्स टू अचीव द टारगेट दैट इट हैज सेट अंडर द पेरिस क्लाइमेट एग्रीमेंट, that is of 40% of energy from non-fossil fuel based sources, and India will now strive to achieve the target that it has set for itself in the COP26. Last year in November there was a conference of parties 26th to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, और उसमें इंडिया ने प्रॉमिस किया कि इंडिया 40% नहीं 50% रिन्यूएबल्स जो है वो 2030 तक इंश्योर करेगा. एंड दैट मीन्स कि अगर 2030 में इंडिया कुल 1000 गीगावाट्स इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है, सो आउट ऑफ दैट एटलीस्ट 500 गीगावाट शुड बी फ्रॉम नॉन फॉसिल फ्यूल बेस्ड सोर्सेज. सो इंडिया विल स्ट्राइव टू डू दैट एज वेल, एंड इंडिया हैज रैंक थर्ड विच इज नॉट बैड. नेक्स्ट Rumali Dhar. So Rumali Dhar is or was a woman cricketer of India. So she was an all-rounder, and she has announced her retirement from international cricket at the age of 38. She featured in test matches, ODIs, T20s, and she scored 1328 runs. She was a part of the Indian team that reached the 2005 World Cup final in South Africa. So World Cup she has played in the final in South Africa in 2005, and now she has announced retirement from all forms of cricket. Next, the G20 Summit next year is going to take place in India. We know that, right? We have discussed that in one of the previous videos. So the venue within India is likely to be Jammu and Kashmir. और ये आई थिंक स्पेसिफिकली इसलिए रखा गया है सो दैट अ गुड इमेज कैन बी प्रोजेक्टेड ऑफ जम्मू एंड कश्मीर थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड, बिकॉज G20 इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट influensive organizations in the world after United Nations. And if we have these meetings in Jammu and Kashmir, it will send a message that the region is peaceful and that world leaders are visiting that, so it will be a kind of normalizing of situation. तो इसके लिए कॉमर्स और इंडस्ट्री मिनिस्टर पीयूष गोयल को इंडिया का शेरपा अपॉइंट किया गया है. नाउ शेरपा हियर मीन्स a person who will be assisting the conduct of the entire conference. तो शेरपा वैसे तो उनको कहा जाता है जो माउंटेनियरिंग में असिस्ट करते हैं, like there are Nepali Sherpas who assist the mountaineers who are trying to climb the Mount Everest. But here Sherpa means one who is going to assist in the conduct of the entire meetings. So Ministry of External Affairs has said that India will hold this G20 presidency this year 1st of December. तो 1 दिसंबर 2022 से लेकर अगले साल 30th of November 2023 तक इंडिया इस प्रेसिडेंसी को 1 साल के लिए होल्ड करेगा, और समिट जो है वो अगले साल होने वाली है, which is for the first time that India is going to host G20 Summit. Next, Viva Tech 2020 conference. So Viva Tech 2020 conference जो है ये यूरोप की सबसे बड़ी स्टार्टअप कॉन्फ्रेंस है, and it has recognized India as the country of the year, which is a significant thing. कि इंडिया में it's basically recognizes that India has such a great ecosystem for startups. So India is the country of the year in that conference, and it is due to the contribution of Indian startups to the world. And India has surpassed recently. India surpassed 100 startups that have become unicorns. पिछले 10 सालों में इंडिया में 100 ऐसे स्टार्टअप बन चुके हैं जो कि यूनिकॉर्न्स बन चुके हैं. एंड यूनिकॉर्न इज अ स्टार्टअप और अ बिजनेस दैट हैज सरपास्ड $1 billion ऑफ इवैल्यूएशन, जिनका मार्केट कैप $1 billion क्रॉस कर जाता है. So that ways India is on par or on the path of becoming one of the world leaders in startup ecosystem. So Minister of Railways, Communication and IT Ashwini Vaishnav inaugurated the India Pavilion, जो कि Viva Tech conference कहाँ पे हो रही है? पेरिस, फ्रांस में. and around 65 startups from India are participating with the government support. Next, ओखला स्पीड टेस्ट ग्लोबल इंडेक्स. तो ओखला स्पीड टेस्ट हम वैसे भी कई बार करते हैं ऑन आवर कंप्यूटर्स टू चेक द स्पीड ऑफ द इंटरनेट. सो ओखला स्पीड टेस्ट ग्लोबल इंडेक्स भी है, जिसमें ग्लोबल इंटरनेट स्पीड जो है उसका एक पूरा वो दिया जाता है. यू कैन से एन अकाउंट ऑफ इट. एंड नॉर्वे एंड सिंगापुर आर एट द टॉप स्पॉट्स. तो नॉर्वे और सिंगापुर में सबसे फास्ट स्पीड जो है इंटरनेट की है. तो जो मोबाइल स्पीड्स हैं दैट इज़ 130 Mbps और फिक्स ब्रॉडबैंड इज़ 210 Mbps विच इज़ क्वाइट सिग्निफिकेंट. और इंडिया का जो रैंक है इसमें दैट इज़ 115th विच इज़ अ मीडियोकर रैंक. इट्स नॉट टू बैड नॉट टू गुड. तो 115 रैंक है इंडिया का और ये पिछली बार से 3 नॉचेस अप है. So it remains to be seen what will be the rank next year, because by the end of this year 5G will be rolled out और जुलाई अगस्त से 5G spectrum auction शुरू हो जाएगी and it remains to be seen how the speeds of internet improve after that. And what is the median speed of mobile download in India? 14 Mbps, 1414 Mbps. और जो country first आई है वहाँ पे 130 Mbps. So it's a lot of gap that needs to be bridged. So that is how important internet has become to our lives. There is an index for that now. Next, 14th BRICS Summit, right? तो जो photograph आप देख रहे हैं, this is not a real photograph. These are the images of these leaders superimposed on this particular poster. This is not a real photo because this conference took place in a digital format. तो virtually हुई है conference और host की तरह act किया है China ने. So it is China that has acted as the host, and last year also the 13th BRICS Summit took place in virtual mode, and that time it was hosted by India. And the leaders who participated are President Xi Jinping of China, Vladimir Putin of Russia, Jair Bolsonaro of Brazil, and Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa, and of course Prime Minister Modi from India. तो BRICS जो है it is a grouping of 5 countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, and it was set up in 2006 at Russia as BRIC. तो इसे BRIC की तरह establish किया गया था. और ये जो BRIC term है BRIC, it was coined by an economist at Goldman Sachs. His name was Jim O'Neill. So he said that BRIC is a group of 4 countries that are developing countries, and these countries are going to play a significant role in the 21st century world, just like the way USA played the role in 20th century. तो इसलिए BRIC term जो है वो coin की गई थी. लेकिन बाद में 2009 में साउथ अफ्रीका भी इसका मेंबर बन गया, and then it became BRICS. तो BRIC से ये BRICS बन गई, and for the last 13-14 years it has remained BRICS, and it has tried to find alternate strategies or alternatives to the US dominance. जैसे कि BRICS न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक बनाया इन्होंने ताकि बोरोइंग के लिए वर्ल्ड बैंक के पास ना जाना पड़े. So it's a kind of creating a alternative world order which is not dominated by US. So this is what the entire grouping is about, and these days there is a lot of controversy going on around BRICS because China is trying to expand BRICS. China is trying to create this grouping into an anti-US grouping क्योंकि इसमें रशिया भी है. So China is trying to add its allies like Argentina, Iran, etc. But India is cautious. India does not try to give a message to US that it's a kind of a bigger bloc that is a part of the bloc making spree on which USA also is. The USA ने बहुत सारी groupings बना दी हैं, Quad, New Quad, then you have AUKUS, Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. So India does not want to entangle itself into that kind of a international dilemma where it is a part of both the groupings, and it is not very keen to expand BRICS. So it remains to be seen whether Argentina and Iran are added or not, but for now it is simply BRICS. Next, Mr. Dinkar Gupta. So Cabinet Committee on Appointments had its meeting, and there have been so many appointments that have been made. So Mr. Dinkar Gupta has been appointed as the new Chief of National Investigation Agency or NIA. So he is an IPS officer, and he was the DGP, which is the highest police position in a state in Punjab. So he was DGP Punjab, and now he has been appointed as the chief of NIA, National Investigation Agency. Next important appointment is of SS Mundra. So SS Mundra was a former RBI deputy governor, और अब इन्हें बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज का डायरेक्टर बना दिया गया है. He is going to lead it, and so SS Mundra, new chairperson of the Bombay Stock Exchange. Next, Mr. Parmeshwaran Ayer. So he's also senior IAS officer, and he has been appointed as the new CEO of Niti Aayog, because the incumbent Amitabh Kant, who has held this position for quite a long period of time, so his tenure is coming to an end today on 30th of June, and Mr. Parmeshwaran Ayer is going to be the next CEO of Niti Aayog. Mr. Tapan Kumar Deka is the next appointee. He has been appointed as the director of Intelligence Bureau, right? One of the intelligence agencies of Government of India. Mr. Tapan Kumar Deka is the chief of IB, or Intelligence Bureau. Next is Mr. Samanth Kumar Goel. So Mr. Samanth Kumar Goel is the new chief of RAW. He has also been heading RAW previously also, and his tenure has been extended basically, right? He's already the chief of RAW. His tenure was extended by another year. He again is an IPS officer of the Punjab cadre of 1984. So all these names are extremely important. Next is the Kempegowda International Award. Now it's a no-brainer. If you have heard of Kempegowda, then you would associate it with the state of Karnataka. So he is known as the founder of Karnataka. So Kempegowda International Award has been instituted by the Karnataka government. तो पहले Kempegowda Awards के लिए किन्हें चुना गया है? Former Karnataka CM SM Krishna, Infosys founder NR Narayan Murthy, और बैडमिंटन प्लेयर प्रकाश पादुकोण. इन तीनों को चुना गया है for the Kempegowda International Award, which has been instituted beginning this year. यानी कि ये awards पहली बार दिए जा रहे हैं. These are the newly instituted awards. और कौन इन awards को present करेगा? Chief Minister of Karnataka, Basavaraj Bommai. He is going to give these awards on the celebration of 513th birth anniversary of Kempegowda. Right? So Kempegowda is a name associated with Karnataka. Of course, the founder, and इन तीन लोगों को ये पहला अवार्ड जो है वो दिया गया है. Next, Ambubachi Mela. So Ambubachi Mela is a very important festival of the state of Assam. तो असम में एक बहुत ही फेमस कामाख्या टेम्पल है जहाँ पर अम्बुबाची मेला लगता है हर साल. It is held in the middle of June. जिस टाइम पे मानसून का टाइम होता है, and the Brahmaputra river is at its highest flow during the monsoon season, which also happens to fall within the Assamese month of Ahar. तो इस टाइम पे ये एक मेला लगता है. So you just need to know that Ambubachi Mela is in Kamakhya temple, which is in Guwahati in the state of Assam. And interestingly, Guwahati is not the capital of Assam. Many people believe that Guwahati is the capital of Assam. It is not. Dispur is the capital of Assam. Next, Togo and Gabon become Commonwealth members. तो टोगो और गेबन दोनों ही अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज हैं. सो इफ यू लुक एट द मैप केयरफुली, दिस इज अफ्रीका एंड हियर इज टोगो, राइट. तो टोगो जो है वो नॉर्थ वेस्ट वाली साइड पर है थोड़ा सा, एंड देन यू हैव गेबन. सो गेबन इज हियर, एज यू कैन सी ओवर इन दिस मैप. सो हियर you have Gabon, right? So Togo and Gabon, both African countries, have now joined Commonwealth group of nations. और अब Commonwealth में total 56 member nations हो गए हैं. अभी तक 54 थे, अब 56 हो गए हैं. And this kind of expansion is very fresh, you know, it's a new kind of expansion, because ये पहले दो ऐसे countries हैं जो British colonialism के अंडर नहीं थे, but still they are joining British Commonwealth of Nations. So otherwise all the 54 countries which were a part of Commonwealth of Nations, they were ruled by the Britain, but these two are French speaking nations and they were ruled by the French. but still they have joined Commonwealth of Nations. So the calculations are different, the reasons are different, and also now Commonwealth of Nations is not the same organization that it was 75 years back. The reason why India joined it, because the Britain agreed to drop the word British from Commonwealth of Nations, and it was changed from the British Commonwealth of Nations to simply Commonwealth of Nations, so as not to project Britain as a very dominant country in the grouping. तो इसलिए इंडिया ने Commonwealth of Nations ज्वाइन किया था, and now these two countries have joined it. And ये जो सेशन हुआ जहाँ पर ये डिसीजन लिया गया है कि इन दोनों कंट्रीज को ऐड किया जाएगा, it was held at Kigali, which is the capital of Rwanda. Right? So this is Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, and it was held in Kigali, which is the capital of Rwanda. Next, Akash Ambani is the new chairman of Jio. So it's like Mukesh Ambani has decided to to take the next step, so to decide his successors. He's trying to distribute his different companies amongst his different children, and here Jio has gone to Akash Ambani. So Jio Infocom has now got Akash Ambani as its chairman, and this is his succession planning, right? It's his succession planning. But Mukesh Ambani will continue to serve as the chairman and managing director of RIL, which is the parent company. So Reliance Industries Limited will continue to have Mukesh Ambani as its chairman, but one of its subsidiaries is Jio Infocom, and it will have Akash Ambani as its chairman. Right? He will also be the chairman of Jio Platforms Limited, which is the parent of Jio Digital Services brands, including Reliance Jio Infocom. So basically the parent company is still in the hands of Mukesh Ambani, but one of its subsidiaries, Jio Infocom, now has Akash Ambani as its chairman, and is also going to allocate other companies to his other children, Anant Ambani and Isha Ambani, likely. So if you have ever ordered food from Zomato, you would know that Blinkit also has now been acquired by Zomato. So Zomato is a simple food ordering app, but Blinkit is a what you can call it's a fast delivery service. Basically, it gets you your goods delivered within 10 to 15 minutes. Right? So it's Zomato is an online food delivery platform, ये तो सभी को पता है, and Blink Commerce और Blinkit, इसे पहले Grofers भी कहा जाता था, so its name was changed from Grofers to Blinkit, and now Blinkit has been acquired by Zomato. Right? So it's a quick commerce company. Yes, this was a term I was missing. So Blinkit is a quick commerce company, like you order something and you will get it within 10 to 15 minutes, and the size of the deal is 4,447 crores, right? Approximately 700 to 800 million dollars, right? So Grofers became Blinkit, and Blinkit acquired by Zomato. That's how it has happened. And finally, on 29th of June, that means yesterday, National Statistics Day was celebrated. And National Statistics Day is celebrated in honor of this gentleman whose name was Prashant Chandra Mahalanobis, or PC Mahalanobis, also known as the Plan Man of India. The Plan Man of India. Right? He was instrumental in designing and rolling out the second 5-year plan of India. So he's known as the Plan Man of India. और इनके birthday वाले दिन 29th of June को National Statistics Day हम मनाते हैं. He was instrumental in setting up the the Indian Statistical Institute, ISI. तो Indian Statistical Institute जो है उसके founder PC Mahalanobis थे. The ISI was set up by ISI, not that Pakistan ISI. This is Indian Statistical Institute, and it was set up by PC Mahalanobis. He also started a journal known as Sankhya. So these are 2-3 important facts about him. And the theme of this year's National Statistics Day was Data for Sustainable Development. So across the domains you will see sustainable is a word being used every day, every field now. Whether you talk about climate change, you talk about economy, finances, every single thing we are hearing the word sustainable being used. और sustainable का मतलब होता है that whatever you are doing right now, it should be futuristic. You should take the current steps keeping in mind the future generations. So sustainable development, sustainable use of data for sustainable development. So a development that is not haphazard, a development that can be sustained for a long period of time, that is not detrimental to human health, that is not detrimental to the planet's health, that is not detrimental to anything. A development that is controlled so as to have a long-term perspective, that is the meaning of sustainable. So data for sustainable development. तो ये 3-4 फैक्ट्स आपको पीसी महालनोबिस के बारे में पता होने चाहिए, राइट? सो दैट इज ऑल फॉर दिस सेशन. अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आई हो, प्लीज हिट अ लाइक बटन एंड ऑल्सो सब्सक्राइब. इफ यू हैव एनी सजेशंस फॉर अस, डू लेट अस नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. Thank you so much and see you in the next session. Take care and goodbye.